Good morning, my dear students. Okay, today is the first class after your half yearly examination, and today I am going to start a new chapter. Okay, that is a study of the first element hydrogen. Okay, so you have to know about the position of the hydrogen in the periodic table. Already you know periodic table we have discussed. Okay, that hydrogen is the first element in the periodic table and it is placed first group and the first period in the periodic table. It is actually a colorless gas. Okay, and it is generally represented by H when hydrogen is an atom, and generally it exists as gas, and in gas it is a diatomic gas. Okay, and its formula will be H2, and it is a colorless, odorless, and it is also non-poisonous gas. Okay, and it is the lightest and simplest and the most abundant element in the universe. Robert Boyle was the first scientist prepared this hydrogen gas by action of dilute sulfuric acid and iron powder, and later Anthony Lavoisier named this gas as hydrogen. Okay, and what is the meaning of this hydrogen? Hydrogen comes from the two Greek words. Hydra means water. Hydra means water, and genus come from Greek word that means producer or former. Okay, so it is water producer. Okay, or water maker. Okay, now Henry Cavendish prepared the hydrogen gas. Okay, by the reaction with dilute HCl and zinc metal. Okay, and he named this hydrogen gas as inflammable. All of you know that hydrogen gas burns with a blue flame. That is why it catches fire. Okay, and that is why the name was given hydrogen as inflammable air. Next we will discuss about the occurrence. Now what is the occurrence of hydrogen? Hydrogen exists in the free state. Okay, in the sun atmosphere. Sun atmosphere contains 90% of hydrogen gas, and they are because of nuclear fusion reaction, hydrogens are combining forming helium gas, and huge amount of light and energy, okay, and heat is produced. Okay, and hydrogen is found in water in combination with oxygen. It is present in mineral oils like kerosene, diesel, petrol, hydrocarbons, in foods like carbohydrates, proteins, fats. Okay, and it is the essential constituent of the all living things. Okay, and hydrogen is also present in acids like mineral acid you can think, or organic acid you can think, and it is also present in alkali. Now what is the position of the hydrogen? Position of the hydrogen is not clear. It is some, you can tell it is a something peculiar position is there. Okay, because if you look at the periodic table, okay, it is placed in the group 1. Group 1 is called alkali metals group. Okay, and here different types of metals are present, but hydrogen is non-metal although it is situated in the group 1. Understand? And hydrogen has some similarity of properties with the halogen atoms also. Okay, so next we will discuss the similarities of hydrogen with alkali metals. Similarities of hydrogen with alkali metals. Okay, first we will tell about the electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. If you look at the electronic configuration of hydrogen, okay, in K cell there is only one electron. That means valence shell containing one electron. Next one is there lithium. Lithium electronic configuration K cell 2 electron, L cell 1 electron. Then after lithium, which one is there? Sodium. Sodium K cell 2 electron, L cell 8 electron, M cell 1 electron. Here you see Then after sodium there is potassium. Then K cell 2 electron, L cell 8 electron, M cell 8 electron, and KL, N cell 1 electron. So the valence cell contains 1 electron in each case. Okay. So that is why the hydrogen resembles, okay, the number of valence electron with the alkali metals. That is why it has some similarity with the alkali metals in this case. Next one we will tell about the electropositive character. Both hydrogen and alkali metals, okay, they can lose 1 electron. Okay, hydrogen is losing 1 electron, forming H plus, as well as alkali metals are also losing 1 electron, forming Na plus. Okay, and lithium, potassium, okay, all will form the monovalent positively charged ions by losing of 1 electron. Okay, so this is another similarity of the properties of hydrogen with alkali metals. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss about the reducing agent. Next we will discuss about the reducing agent, like hydrogen is a very good reducing agent, okay, and as well as alkali metal also can act as a reducing agent. If we give one example, then you can easily understand that if you take copper oxide and giving hydrogen gas, that will form Cu plus H2. Okay, so hydrogen here reduced copper oxide to copper. In the same way, if we use that sodium will combine with oxygen forming Na2O, and it will form Cu, Na2O plus Cu. So here it is acting as a reducing agent, both that hydrogen as well as alkali metal. Another we can tell about the valency. Okay, already we have shown that in HCl that valency of hydrogen will be 1. Okay, but if you think about that alkali metal, okay, when it is forming NaCl, okay, that means Na plus, here also valency is 1. So here also similarity in properties with the alkali metal is there. Next one is the liberation at cathode. Okay, suppose if you take Na plus, NaCl, molten NaCl electrolysis and cathode, Na plus will take 1 electron and sodium will be deposited at cathode. Understand what I am telling? And in the same way, if you take H plus, okay, electrolysis of water, if you do, then it will accept 1 electron forming hydrogen. Understand? So in this way, hydrogen gas will be liberated at the cathode. Hope you can understand. So in this way, okay, there is the similarity of the properties of hydrogen with alkali metal. Next we can tell about the difference. Is there any difference between that hydrogen and sodium? Definitely. Hydrogen is a gas and these are the metals. Okay, so this is one of the difference. Okay, that other alkali metals are in solid state at room temperature, but hydrogen is the gaseous state at room temperature. Okay, so this is the difference. Next we will discuss the similarity of hydrogen with halogens. Similarity of hydrogens with halogens. Next, first we will discuss the electronic configuration. Both halogen as well as hydrogen, they have 1 electron less near compared to the nearest noble gas. Okay, suppose if we think about that hydrogen, it has the only 1 electron in its valence shell, and helium in valence shell 2 electron is there. So 1 electron less is less. Okay, but if you think about chlorine, or you can think about fluorine. Fluorine in K cell there is 2 electron, and L cell there is 5 electron. Fluorine there will be 7 electron. Okay, so total number of electron will be 9 here. And if you think about the neon has 10 electron. Okay, in valence shell there is 8 electron. So this halogen fluorine has 1 electron less from this neon. Next you can think about chlorine. If you look at the electronic configuration KLM, that will be 287, and here next one is argon. Argon also valence shell contain 8 electrons, so it is 1 electron less. Okay, if it accepts 1 electron, it will gain the nearest noble gas structure. Okay, so this is the similarity of properties. And when this hydrogen is gaining 1 electron forming hydride, there are many hydrides like calcium hydride, metal hydride, sodium hydride is there. Okay, here hydrogen is present at H minus. Halogen also accepting 1 electron forming fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide. Okay, so this is another similarities of properties. Okay, next we can tell that their character, that means both are non-metal. Hydrogen is non-metal as well as halogens are also non-metals. Okay, so they are both non-metals. And next the atomicity, both hydrogen and chlorine, okay, they are diatomic. Okay, they are forming, they have 2 atoms. Okay, diatomic. Next, combination with non-metals, both combined with other non-metals to form compounds of the same hydrogen, that means same type of compound they will form. Okay, suppose you can think about that combination of hydrogen with carbon. When hydrogen is combining with carbon, it is forming, suppose methane is forming, so this is one hydrocarbon. And when halogen is combining with carbon, CCl4. So both are same type of covalent compound. Okay, here also carbon containing 4 hydrogen, here carbon containing 4 halogen. If you think about silicon compound, silicon will form SiH4 and SiCl4. Okay, so both that hydrogen as well as halogens, they are combining with non-metals to form covalent type of compounds. Okay, so these are the similarity of properties of hydrogen with halogens. Now why it is placed in group 1? According to atomic number, if we look at as well as their outermost cell electronic configuration, it is placed in the group 1 position in the periodic table. Hope you can understand. Next we will go for the preparation. Preparation of hydrogen gas. Okay, now what is how will you prepare hydrogen gas? Different from different substance you can prepare hydrogen gas. First one, you can prepare hydrogen gas from water. Next, you can prepare hydrogen gas from acid. Next, you can prepare hydrogen gas from alkali. Okay, now how will you prepare hydrogen gas from water? You can take any active metal like sodium, potassium. If you add some water, okay, cold water, in cold condition, it will produce hydrogen gas. But generally it is not done because the reaction is highly exothermic. Huge amount of heat will produce, and whatever hydrogen gas is producing, it will catch fire. Okay, so there is chance of accident. Okay, although it is forming hydrogen gas, like sodium is reacting with water, forming NaOH, sodium hydroxide will be formed, and there will be formation of hydrogen gas. Okay, so here we are putting 2, here we are putting 2. Okay, so this is one method from cold water. Here we are using cold water. Okay, but if you think about calcium, this reaction is less vigorous. Okay, so calcium will also in the same way react with water, forming calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. But if you take magnesium, magnesium will not react with cold water. Here hot water or steam is required. So magnesium is reacting with hot water or steam and forming magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, so actually if you remember the metal activity series, when you are going down, the reactivity of metal decreases, and then drastic condition is required. First you are telling, we have shown that sodium, potassium, highly reactive metals. Okay, they are reacting with cold water, forming hydrogen gas. Next, magnesium is reacting with steam, forming hydrogen gas. Okay, zinc also will reacting with water, forming zinc oxide and hydrogen gas. Okay, aluminium also will react with hot water. Okay, when you take some aluminium container and you are boiling some water, definitely after some time you will see there will be some formation of white residue on the surface of the aluminium inside. Okay, and there will be also formation of the hydrogen gas. Okay, so in this way, by using water, okay, we can easily prepare hydrogen gas. Another you can do that electrolysis of water. Suppose you are taking H2O, okay, and you are adding acid, because pure water is a bad conductor of electricity, okay, and that is why you have to add acid and you have to pass electric current. Then there will be production of hydrogen gas. Okay, this is another method by which from water you can produce hydrogen gas. Another, I forget to tell, that iron is reacting with steam reversibly, okay, reversibly and forming FeCO4 and hydrogen gas. Okay, and carbon also may react, okay, that means hot carbon, okay, that will react with the steam and forming hydrogen gas, that means CO plus H2, that is called water gas. Silicon, hot silicon you have to take, and that will also react with water forming silicon dioxide and hydrogen gas. So in this way, from water we can easily prepare hydrogen gas. Next we will discuss from dilute acid. Suppose sodium, okay, here the reaction will be vigorous, okay, if it is reacting with dilute HCl, definitely it will form NaCl plus hydrogen gas. Understand? And next we will tell that calcium will react with HCl forming calcium chloride and hydrogen gas. Magnesium will also react with HCl, dilute HCl forming magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. But if you look at the metal activity series, there are some metals which are placed below hydrogen, okay, in the metal activity series. These metals will generally not form hydrogen gas when they are actually there will be no reaction with the dilute HCl, okay, or any dilute acid, okay. If I am writing the metal activity series, first one is potassium, then is sodium, then is calcium, then magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, cobalt, nickel, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold, and below we can write platinum, okay. Below we can write that first will be platinum, then will be gold. Gold will be at the last, okay. Achha, now the metals which are placed, okay, which are placed above hydrogen, okay, they will react with dilute acid and they will form hydrogen, like sodium, like zinc, iron, okay, they will react with the dilute acid, okay, and they will form hydrogen gas. They can displace hydrogen from the mineral acid. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss about the lead. If you think about the lead cannot be used for preparation of hydrogen gas, because whenever you are using dilute HCl, then there will be formation of lead chloride, and lead chloride is insoluble in cold water, okay, and that is why there will be a coating on the lead surface and reaction will be stopped. If you take sulfuric acid, okay, then sulfuric acid cannot produce hydrogen gas from lead, because here also lead will react with the sulfuric acid forming lead sulfate. Lead sulfate is insoluble, okay, and that is why lead cannot be used. And nitric acid we are not generally strong oxidizing agent, and it will not form hydrogen gas, rather it will form water, okay. So nitric acid generally is not used for preparation of hydrogen gas. Hope you can understand. Next we will discuss from alkali. There are some metals, okay, that reacts both acid as well as alkali, okay, and producing hydrogen gas. You can take zinc metal. Zinc metal will react with NaOH, and if you apply heat, it will form Na2ZnO2, and there will be formation of hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is one method by which you are using alkali and you can produce hydrogen gas. And this zinc also react with the acid also, okay. Whenever you are thinking that zinc and dilute HCl, it will forming ZnCl2 plus hydrogen gas. Understand what I am telling? Next, another, so this type of metals are called amphoteric metal, okay. Again, another metal you can take, that is aluminium. Aluminium also in the same way react. So aluminium is reacting with NaOH. Here you have to put on water, okay, and forming sodium aluminate, NaLO2, and there will be formation of hydrogen gas. Now you have to balance this equation, okay. So here one sodium is there. Here you have to put 2 sodium. Here also put 2 sodium. Then here you have to put twice aluminium, and hydrogen is 4. Here you have to put 2 is here, oxygen is 2. Here you have to put, here you have to put 4 of water. Here you have to put twice water. Okay. Then it is forming twice NaLO2, and number of hydrogen will be here 4 plus 2 3. So you have to put 3 hydrogen. Okay. Now it is balanced. So aluminium is reacting with alkali and forming sodium aluminate, and there will be formation of hydrogen gas. Okay. Hope you can understand what I am telling. Here you can change any type of alkali you can take. You can take potassium hydroxide, okay, that will also react, okay. And this sodium and potassium hydroxide, okay, sorry, this zinc and aluminium, they are called amphoteric metals, okay, or amphoteric, what we can tell, amphoteric in nature, okay, and they are producing hydrogen gas, okay, they are reacting both with acid as well as alkali, okay. So in this way, from water, from acid, from alkali, we can easily prepare hydrogen gas. And next day we will discuss the laboratory preparation of hydrogen gas, that is in your syllabus, and different types of detailed discussion is there. Next day we will discuss. So today up to this, thank you.